you know, you can't really watch 4K Blu-rays on it. You can't play native 4K games except old stuff or like an indie game or something. Yeah, so that's probably why it doesn't matter, just because Sony's not really can't really do 4K. They're upscaling everything, and it's not a big deal. Like, I remember Rise, when that turned out was going to be 900p. Woo, that was a big, crazy argument. Everybody's like, "Oh man, you can't even do 1080p. What's going on?"
Originally that game was 1080p, right? And
It
they
was.
bumped it down.
They bumped it down.
Yes.
And if you look at what they did, they actually got a lot more detail out of it, and the armor looked better and stuff like that. So, you know what I mean? Like, but yeah, they got a lot of crap for that, and everybody's like, man, they can't even do it. And now, like, Sony sits there and says, hey, we have a 4K machine, but it can't do 4K, and everybody's fine with it. So I love the hypocrisy. I think it's funny.
You're right, though. That machine, it's a GTX 970, basically. And I remember talking about this thing that was all rumors, and people were like, consoles will never be that powerful, this and that, getting scat fucking fat, you know what I'm saying? So it's ridiculous how hypocritical some of these people are at the same time, how you don't hear them talking anymore. You know,
just 2 days to go.
It is a GTX 970 in terms of
you and I have to make the fight.
That's good.
That way,
like you
no
said,
matter who wins,
four
of us split the prize.
You cannot build a PC
okay, you're on.
for that price.
You two are going to clean up.
Go get him.
Pretty much fact, unless you're, you know,
it's a promise.
Uncle Billy or whatever, but regardless, I don't really look at it as the PS Pro is just a giant piece of shit in the way a lot of people do. I look at it as the Scorpio is just so much more phenomenal. Like, what they're doing is that much more special, because even the performance of a Pro 3 years after the PS4, I think, is good performance. I didn't expect this kind of power coming from both sides. I understand the lingo, and I've got a PC as well. This is a lot of power in the Pro, and people will be impressed. But it just makes what Scorpio is and what Microsoft are doing that much better with 4K Blu-ray player and all of the obvious power gap that's going to be there. And obviously the best benefit, obviously, their secret weapon, their optical I/O port. Hopefully they got one of those fucking things, right?
Yeah. The funny thing is that I think the both of you, it's pretty cool that the both of you feel that for $400, it's essentially a good buy. It's a good console. What I always argue
on what Microsoft decide to launch theirs at. If they're within $50 or $100 even,
it has to be $500. I mean,
$550 maximum.
I think if it came out this year, it would be $600, and that's why they have to wait a year. There's no way that they can do that. They can't PS3 themselves into the ground like they did.
And it's crazy because people say this thing's $1,000, and I say you cannot compare pre-Polaris and Vega architecture pricing to post-Polaris and Vega architecture pricing. You know, a week before AMD's RX 480 came out, that kind of power was $500.
Yep.
AMD say 5 words, it's $199. So that's the difference. And
$199 for us. I mean, Microsoft obviously going to get
obviously they're purchasing by the millions and all that shit. So it's
if you read that Eurogamer article where they interviewed Albert Penello and they asked him about prices, they're like, is it safe to assume that the PS4 Pro is going to be less expensive than the Scorpio? And he kind of seemed cocky, like maybe that wasn't going to be the case.
He said next time we talk, I'm going to have some pretty interesting things to talk about.
Exactly. You're well versed on that, just like I read it, and I thought it was awesome because people that were assuming it's going to be $500, $600, $700, $400 or more, I'm like, they could have had something that powerful out this year for that price.
Exactly. Think about it. In 3 years, you get something twice as powerful as the PS4, plus twice the size of the hard drive it had, for the exact same price.
Yep.
And that's in 3 years.
The weight was always for the more powerful but yet less expensive product. So I think people are going to be in for a bit of a shock when that comes out.
What blows my fucking mind about all of this is they wait, all of these Xbox fans, quote unquote, they wait until something like Scorpio's announced and they say, I'm going to go to PC. That's the stupidest shit I've ever heard of. You're finally getting the thing you've been begging for since the beginning of the Xbox One. You've been bitching about power, and now you're going to get something as powerful as a GTX 1070 or a 980 Ti, and you're gonna jump ship. And what you're really going to find out is when you go online multiplayer, you're going to get your ass kicked. So unless you plan on getting used to mouse and keyboard, you're going to get dominated. A lot of people are finding out. That's just how it is.
When somebody says to you, two things you can say to people say, I'm going to PC. First of all, you'd be like, I'll pay for your first class ticket. Number two,
On top of that, too, I call bullshit. Same thing with Titanfall. When Titanfall was supposed to be coming out on both systems, PS4 and Xbox One, everybody was all ranting and raving. It's to be great. The minute it was, information released from EA saying that Microsoft locked it down, everyone's like, well, I'll just get it on PC. Bullshit again. No, you didn't buy anything on. The numbers were extremely low for Titanfall on PC. I think it was under 100,000 units sold originally compared to the 2 million that were coming out. Right, yeah, exactly. So my point being here is that, second of all, and I apologize for the reason I kind of like crap probably was wondering why I let him go ahead of me. I was doing something here, so I misunderstood when I came in. I heard Food say that I'm glad you both said for $400 it's a good value. Were you talking about the PS4 Pro?
Yeah, we're talking about performance for your dollar.
Okay, so the performance.
Like when I was looking to upgrade my PC originally, I was looking for something around that, like maybe a little bit more powerful than that. But they were really expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you were probably looking for a $50 card there just to get the rest of your PC after that performance.
Somebody's got to help explain to me though, Crap, because what you said you were looking for and for that price point is not at all what that PS4 Pro is. The PS4 Pro, tell me how many games
I have a better CPU and stuff first, and a lot more memory. So
yeah, but Crap, the PS4 vanilla I have is going to do the same thing the Pro's going to do.
It is, yeah. Well, they half stepped in what they did. Like I'm just saying, like
they're both 1080p machines.
Yeah. Well, I mean, but they're hyping it as a 4K machine, which is the problem that I have.
Well, what they're doing is they got several settings in the options, as we all know. So you can play a high fidelity 1080p mode, a 1060 mode, and obviously some kind of above 1080p resolution mode, which we know isn't 4K, but it's not even called that. So at least they're giving you the option for 60. That's the most important thing for me. I hope Microsoft do the same thing on every game that you.
Well, here's the thing. I don't think that you should have to give. I'm not saying options are bad, but I don't think that you should paint yourself into this corner where you have to give 5 different options. I think you should come out with a machine that hits 4K minimally, get no compromise, 60 frames a second, and therefore all games will be 4K, 60 frames or 30 frames a second, rather than having.
You need at least. You need like 12 or 13 they can't do that. And there was one girl, and people are reading these statements together and acting like Microsoft said, okay, you get 4K 60, no compromise. First off, they never promised 4K 60 on all games. They said 4K. They said 4K game. Now, I had said, a month ago that I think Forza 7 will be 4K 60. I think we'll see that. All right, and they've said that all of their launch time frames for video games will be 4K. We all know Motorsport Series titles never run below 60, so I'm guessing 4K 60, but 99% of the 4K games in Scorpio will be 30 frames per second. And that's what I'm saying. They have to compromise. Gears of War 4 will have a 4K day one patch, I bet you, for Scorpio, but it will be 4K 30 most likely. And
I guarantee the multiplayer would have to stick at 60 though.
Of course, yes, they're going to stick to 60 on all multiplayer titles, of course.
But the thing is that I think that with a machine like that was built around the recommendations of developers and what they're requesting is a lot better than a mid-level in between generations, not sure what you are console to where now you have to offer. Now you have to offer 1080 30, 1080 60, 2K 30, 2K 60.
They're offering 1800p and they're upscaling, trying to checkerboard render it up to 4K is what they're trying to do.
It's a mess.
So, yeah, I mean, it's interesting. Digital Foundry, our digital damage control are already damage controlling the fuck out of Richard, little ball-headed Richard motherfucker. They can't do no wrong. The thing to Microsoft, like Crap said, they didn't give a shit. PlayStation was a superior version because it ran native this or native that or whatever. It gave you a hand job when you pre-ordered the game.
Yeah, just look at the BioShock collection, right? Drops to 29 frames per second on PS4.
It is better on the Xbox One version.
Yeah, but they said it's the same.
Yep. Even though Infinite has higher texture filtering on Xbox One, or other than that, they all pretty much run the same. No, you can't recommend one or the other. In the past, if PS4 had higher texture filtering, he would have recommended PS4.
Yep.
And that's what he's done countless times.
PS4 version when it had more grass. Which is 100% truth. They did it now. Like when the Xbox has an advantage, it's they're the same. So just whichever one you have.
And I like how they're acting like that's just a run-of-the-mill medium. Like not a great remaster, but not bad. And that is a great remaster. I've been playing that, and it's phenomenal. It's the best way to play that game. 1080-60, locked for the most part, from what I'm telling from Bioshock 1. And it's an amazing game. And it's one of the best remasters I've played. So don't really buy their word on that not being a great remaster. It really is a good one. I like it a lot.
I think what's also hilarious is that on top of the misleading campaigns and phrasing that Sony has had on their end, in the PlayStation community, if you go check out these forums where they go hide and they think that they meet in secrecy, like if it's some like Alcoholics Anonymous and everybody's like, hey Steve, what's your favorite PlayStation title? You know, they're talking about having a 60 frames a second Call of Duty on the PlayStation Pro. I believe it could be a 1080 60 frames a second game, but there's no way that could do a 4K 60 frames a second game. And I believe was it Digital Foundry that did a video based on the resolution of this game. It wasn't even in 4K; it was a 2K, correct?
I think it was 1800p, like I said, checkerboard rendering, which supposedly doesn't take a hit on the performance. Not quite sure how that worked exactly, but yeah, it was above 1080, but it was well below 4K, and it was running at a pretty shitty frame rate. So
it was dropping down into like the upper 30s and stuff, as far as the frame rates go. So yeah, and like, you know what the funny thing is Call of Duty is never really a graphically looking great game anyway. So you know, people with like really good PCs, the game still looks pretty bad in my opinion. I mean, it's never looked great.
It's the best looking COD yet, I think. I mean, some of the lighting and the helmets and stuff is really good. But I mean, it's no Battlefield 1.
See, and I've always liked Call of Duty from a technical aspect. I always liked this because, yes, crap, you are right. They're not visually stunning. They're not beautiful. They don't.
When I first played Call of Duty 2 on Xbox 360, when it was a launch title, that was gorgeous at the time. Call of Duty 4 was gorgeous at the time, but just lately, I don't think it's super ugly. I just don't think that those are great looking games.
Yeah, but they focus on a frame rate, which to me that matters most. So that's probably why I side with them on choosing the whole air quotes art style here. I really prefer them focusing on the frame rate. And so here's the thing, with them going, such a stupid move, with them going with PlayStation to be like their main console. They failed to deliver 60 frames a second. They still had hiccups on Call of Duty Ghost, which was like the launch Call of Duty. And now with their PlayStation Pro, their new 4K enabled, blah, blah, blah.
Stop, Food. Don't say that.
Nice work, everyone. Added to what we started
It's not 4K anything. It's 4K upscaled. So the Xbox One S.
5,000 money.
This is what I'm saying. Like, we're sitting here and we're all beating around the bush.
Let's get tickets.
There was more hypocrisy said this week by Sony executives and the media than I've seen in 2 years of political campaigning for presidency. Listen, this is bullshit. It's bullshit. There's nobody in the world that should be buying this PS4 Pro that already owns a PS4 vanilla, number one. Number two, Andrew House comes on and starts talking to everybody, Eurogamer and other public agencies, saying something along the lines of like, you know, who cares?
It looks better, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks better, right? Doesn't it look better? And everyone's there with a monocle like, I don't really see it, House. I don't know what the fuck you're talking about. Like, it's been bullshit after bullshit after bullshit. And if we want to say we have to stop giving Sony credit for things they don't deserve. I say it all the time. Say it with me, everybody. Somebody blow a harmonica so I'm in tune. Stop giving Sony credit. It's not a 4K machine. It's a 4K upscaler. Because you know what? And you might go, Mooch, come on, take it easy. It is. No, if it is, then every time in this entire food podcast, we have to say the Xbox One S 4K enabled.
Students.
We have to say the same thing then.
According to Andrew House.
Right, according to Andrew House. Right.
No.
So, but the problem is when people say Xbox One, they don't go the Xbox One S 4K enabled. No. We don't say that.
Where are
we're
you
gonna say it
going?
with the Pro. The only thing the
Remember
Pro is
when
gonna
I
give you in
fell?
4K
I had the
is
money
the Last of
before
Us
that.
remastered.
I bet that guy took it.
That's what you're gonna get.
Guy?
The Elder Scrolls
He
Online.
couldn't have gotten too.
And the Elder
Far?
Scrolls, exactly.
Yeah,
What
we're gonna
are you
play,
talking
Super
about?
Meat Boy and Walking Simulator remastered on that thing. So
There was no guy.
I believe they're gonna have 4K games, native
But
running
he-
4K games. It's just gonna be the
wasn't?
indie titles: Tetris, Geometry Wars, etc.
Oh,
and
boy.
I agree with you.
There
And
wasn't anyone
That's where I think it's funny.
there?
It looks like they're willing to compromise now with, hey, what can we call 4K? Microsoft, you want to call your console 4K? Then that's cool because we'll call ours 4K. And that's not how that works. And on top of that, now they're trying to tout that they get to have HDR support on every PlayStation 4 console.
Yeah, that's some bullshit right there.
That is.
That's a super gimped version of HDR. You cannot run the full bandwidth of HDR, 10-bit HDR through HDMI 1.4.
It's nothing.
They've done this with other devices in the past,
Sorry.
where they have patched this shit
Cheer
in.
up
It's
already.
basically a video
That was
contrast
definitely
filter
weird,
slapping
though.
over whatever you're watching.
Strange.
So it's not
Who
real
said it?
native HDR. It's a bunch of dog shit. They didn't clarify on
Can
that.
you
No one called them out on
feel
that
sore?
either, except for Albert
And they
Canella.
didn't have anything to show. Then that's the thing. They didn't show you it running. They know it's gonna look like shit. You can't just say it's HDR and it is. It's like telling somebody. It's like getting your 7-year-old kid. He says he wants some Legos, and then you bring home Mega Bloks. It's not the same shit. You know,
It's further away from that. Even. I mean, that's too close.
Is it really that hard to make a beach?
The contrast on your fucking TV.
We'd be giving the enemy another entry point.
HDR on PS4 launch edition.
And this?
And on top of the whole,
We can
HDMI
always
1.4
buy
thing,
some sea salt ice cream.
You still need an HDMI capable or HDR capable HDMI cord. So
Objects
even if
from
they
that
patch this
town
in,
must
your
be
ass still
kept
got
out
to get
of
in
the
the
real
car,
world.
head down
You
the
can
street,
delete
go to
them.
Best Buy, buy yourself some shit, come back home and plug it in. Like, you're not ready to go right off the bat. It's very misleading and it's straight up bullshit lie.
You say you
As
need
the
a
key bearer,
HDR
you must
HDMI
already
cord?
know.
An HDR
One must
capable
not
HDMI
meddle
cord.
in the
'Cause
affairs of
the
other
HDMI
worlds.
cords that they support
So many places I want to
doesn't
see.
support.
I
don't
know
what
I'll
kind of
get there
gimpy-ass
someday.
HDMIs are given out with the PlayStation 4 these days, but yeah, most of them
Thus,
can support HDR.
I
It's all
do
about that
hereby
port,
dub
HDMI,
the
or
junior
HDMI 2.0
heroes.
port that can supply that bandwidth.
And 2.2 as well.
You
Yeah,
rookies
but
still
yeah,
don't
you're
understand
looking
what
at
it takes
2.0 with these
to be a
consoles,
true
and
hero.
Most TVs don't even have more than one of those
I
on
wish
right now, so
for your
2.2,
freedom, Genie.
that is a thing. And
Ow!
but yeah, it's some fuckery, it's some trickery. I have no clue how they're gonna do this. It'll be very interesting to see.
Sally,
What's
why
happening.
didn't I
One thing
listen
is
to
clear,
you?
Xbox
Don't
One S
feel
offers
bad, Jack.
real HDR.
We'll come up with
while
another
this
plan for
fucking
Halloween.
PlayStation shit. No,
Next
not even
time,
close.
we'll do it together.
The part that gets me again, and I'm sorry if you guys feel like I'm beating a dead horse, I'm going to try and change it somewhat, but it's what
I have
Dealer just
Mushu!
said.
Or are
Dealer's
you too
saying
cool
it,
to
he's doing
play
it
them
very
now that you
politically
have the
correct. Okay, he's
Keyblade?
saying, look at
Riku?
Microsoft's going to give us the true HDR.
What are you doing here?
The HDR that these TV manufacturers
find
are
her?
promising us, the
I
same kind
still
of quality.
can't believe it.
And Sony comes out and says
really
in the
flew.
middle
Wait till I tell
end of
Kite.
their,
I wonder if she'll
conference
believe
in
me.
New York, they said something along
Probably
the lines
not.
of, and everybody's going to get with a firmware update an
I'm
HDR.
searching too.
Everyone gets
For your
HDR.
life.
Everybody. So
Don't
with
lose sight
everyone,
of it.
everyone in the Xbox camp, including
Zora,
Albert Canella, who's
where are
like
you going?
This guru in the
I'm gonna
world
go
of
look for
this,
my
and he's like,
friends.
I don't know
They're
how
waiting
the hell
for
they're
me.
gonna do that. Like everyone was like, "How the hell are you gonna do that? You don't have
Where
the hardware
Donald
to do
and
it."
Goofy?
And
Yeah,
now we
because
find out
Instead of
assuming
worrying
they're
about
giving
them,
the fans what they're
you
saying
should be
they're doing,
asking
giving them real
about
HDR.
her.
And
Sony's
you shouldn't
been
do that.
lying since day one, and I'm not even talking about day one this generation. They've been lying to everybody, but nobody ever wants to do it. And even when they claim that they're behind Hello Games and No Man's Sky, they lied. I don't blame Sean. A lot of people are like, I want to burn Sean Murray at the stake. I'm like, no, it's not him. Because Sony took responsibility when they said they were going to treat it like a first-party game. At that point, Sony's on the hook here too. Okay,
Yeah, it's all them fuckers.
Yeah, there's 12 guys in Hello Games. 12. So the piece of shit that they did put out is what I would expect 12 people to be able to put out. You know what I'm trying to say? So it is what it is.
Push it back another 12 years. That's all right.
or push it back in. Either way, get it the hell out of my face.
you.
And my point is this too. It's $60. That was Sony's call.
Mm-hmm.
I'm 90% certain that was Sony's call. Like, I mean, I don't see how a developer, because if you ask a developer, right? Hey, how much would you like your game to sell for? They'd be like $3,000 a piece. You know, no shit.
Well, Mooch, did you see the player base was down to 1,000
Yeah.
on PC?
Yeah.
So I can imagine it's probably even lower than that
It's
on
like a
PlayStation.
97% or higher drop after the first week.
It's
Yeah.
broken.
Just
It broke
awful.
2 records. It broke the record in 2016 for the most amount of purchases, and it broke the record for the least amount of people playing it after 60 days.
But Mooch, you called it. You were like,
Yeah.
like, it's gonna sell right away. It's like, which one would you rather have done? Would you rather have sold it, as what it really was, which in my opinion, probably like a $20 game.
Yeah.
And then been like, okay, but it's going to be like kind of a work in progress, or and do it on multiple platforms. Put it out as like a game preview thing on Xbox, and do it that way.
Right. I agree.
Because and that would have been much better. Instead, you just got a bunch of people pissed off, nobody playing the game.